Well, we did it. We're in Bolivia. I hate border crossings, man. They stress me out. Good times.
Let me feel them. We did our best to stock up on necessities prior to departing Argentina for the uncertainty that was Bolivia. The first country on our journey requiring a visa, which we had registered for online, but needed to finalize at the border. It was also the only Western-lying country that Chad had skipped on his original ride down in 2019. Leaving Humahuaca on Highway 9, the plan was to cross the border into Villazon, ride north on Highway 14, and make a pit stop in Tupiza. From there, climb Highway 21 to the crossroads of Uyuni. But first, we had to make it into Bolivia, and that required $320 American, or the equivalent Bolivianos, and no one in Argentina was willing to exchange our pesos.
All right, well, what'd the guy tell you?
Oh, he just said not to worry, that there's nothing we can do about it here. Wait till we get to the border where there's customs and
Aduana?
yeah.
But don't we have to pay for our visa at the border?
He said it's all right there. You're not going to have to worry. But there's nothing you can do about it on this side.
I hope he's right. All right.
You can usually trust the gas attendant.
I always get nervous on border days. I hate border days, man.
I get excited.
Well, I'm glad somebody does.
So with that, we pushed on to the border, amidst the crowds of migrant workers and European backpackers, to start the unique process of entering one of Latin America's least visited countries.
So we actually left our motorcycle there at the border. The soldier told us that we could walk over into Bolivia in order to exchange money so we could pay for our Bolivian visas. Yeah? All that giant stack of money for that.
Shoot. Okay.
Yeah, they still...
We can buy bubble gum.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Ciao, ciao.
We went from like giant stacks of cash to literally nothing, which is actually nice, not to have to carry all that around.
Having considerably downsized our billfold, we walked back across the border and began the hours-long process of finalizing our visas, stamping out of Argentina, and into the plurinational state of Bolivia.
Ciao, gracias, gracias. All right, here we are our Bolivia.
And just when we thought we were done with paperwork for the day,
Yeah.
riding the remote and beautiful Highway 14 along the banks of the Rio Tupiza, we arrived at the river's namesake city. Nestled deep amongst the rugged red rock of the Tupiz River Valley, this city of approximately 50,000 is probably best known as the site of the last robberies carried out by two famous American banditos in 1908, who were later gunned down by the Bolivian army in a small mining town approximately 100 kilometers to the west. So after a quick tour of the city, we thought it fitting to hang our hats at the Butch Cassidy hostel before setting off for our first night on the town in Bolivia.
¿Usted cree que se pone aire?
Ja, bien.
Ay.
Me gusta.
We bundled up before setting off in the morning chill, and after a few local shortcuts, we're on Highway 21, skirting its fantastic red rock formations on our way to its 14,000 plus foot, 4,300 meter pass.
Hola,
Buenos días.
buen día.
Buen día.
¿Cómo está?
Ahí está.
¿Tiene bebidas?
¿Sí?
Qué bueno. How you doing back there?
I'm
cold.
It's cold up here at altitude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, we're up here. Bolivia's Highway 21 is fantastic. It's beautiful. We're up about 14,000 feet right now. Uyuni is even higher and colder from what the woman inside just told us. So got that to look forward to, which is nice.
We stopped for a break, as well as a little intel on what lie ahead, before starting the descent to Atocha, one of the few remaining towns in a region once defined by silver mines. We intended to do a bit of exploring on the ample side roads leading nowhere, in search of ruins from a time when Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid roamed these very hills. But Bolivia doesn't give up her secrets to just anyone.
Get on that side. Stay over there, okay? It's kind of deep. Ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Ah. All right. Front tire is totally buried. Ready? All right.
So we rode into the last bastion of civilization, in this land that time had forgotten, to ask for directions.
¿A dónde quieren entrar?
¿Cómo se dice? Atocha Vieja.
Por allá.
¿Dónde?
El camino del puente, que aquel puente grande.
Ya.
Por ahí, Atocha Vieja. Todo el camino hasta llegar.
Perfecto.
¿Quiere ir a conocer?
¿Qué?
You want to go
¿Conocer?
just to get to know it.
Oh, sí, sí,
Ahí está la iglesia.
sí.
Ahí va a ir tranquilo, va a llegar. Un pueblito es aquí. Va a ir toda esa subida, va a ir todo laderas. Por el puente va, por este puente va allá, por ahí se va a ir.
Perfecto. Ah, muchas gracias.
Listo.
Ya, chao. Gracias. Chao, chao. Muy guay. Look at this town.
With a little help from a stranger, we crossed the canyon onto a well-graded road overlooking what remained of the river, before descending to the wide, sandy wash below and into the 19th century.
Wow. How cool is this?
I love it.
This is Atocha Vieja, a mining village dating back to Spanish occupation of the region. Its plaza, lined with rustic stone and adobe structures, features a beautiful colonial-style church and an 8-meter, 26-foot-tall pedestal as a centerpiece. These towers symbolized justice and were often adorned with the severed heads of those executed by the crown.
This place is wild. It looks like a movie set. It's one of these places it's kind of hard to believe actually exists in real life.
On the outskirts of town, remnants of an aqueduct, along with a few makeshift structures surrounded by trash and modern debris, attesting to subsequent waves of occupation after the village was abandoned.
Legitimately antique. Wild.
Many of the structures still filled with mats and large pots used for drying and storing crops, as well as llama fetuses, known as sulus, Quechua for fetus.
Look like llama fetuses that are hung up. Very strange.
Ritualistic offerings to Pachamama, said to ward off evil spirits and ensure health and prosperity. Little information is available on Atocha Vieja, in the middle of the Bolivian Badlands, far beyond the reach of Wikipedia. This ghost town, straight off a Hollywood backlot, was a perfect introduction to Bolivia, and the first of what would be many encounters with Pachamama. Departing the village, we backtracked toward the highway. As Atocha came into view, something colorful caught our eye. out of sight of the city and accessible only via the train tracks, we discovered another ghost town situated on the hill above the confluence. The final resting place of significantly more souls than currently reside in the modern-day city of Atocha. After a brief tour of this city of the dead, we returned once again to Highway 21 and started winding our way toward Uyuni. Steadily climbing in altitude, further and further into the Bolivian Badlands. It didn't take long before we were once again distracted by the remnants of a time and place long forgotten by those who once called it home. And it was here, hiding in plain sight, down another dirt road, in the shadows of another ghost town, we would discover another cemetery and have another run-in with Pachamama. This cemetery, along with the surrounding mining camps and villages, has long been abandoned, which perhaps made it an attractive target for grave robbers.
Jesus. It's like someone actually excavated these graves. A lot of open caskets, a lot of open graves.
Many of the crypts had been broken into and graves exhumed. But it wasn't jewels or gold these grave robbers were after. It was the bodies themselves. Many of the caskets, pried open and destroyed, were empty, including this casket of an 8-month-old infant, found pulled halfway out of the earth.
A lot of baby graves too. Whole lot of baby graves. There's a couple of like exhumed graves over there.
Too.
There's a bunch of open caskets, but there's no bodies.
Yeah, that one's open right there. There's nothing in there.
That's weird, man.
And it's like pried open. Like
yeah.
The metal is like bent.
Yeah, it's like someone came in here and literally stole the bodies.
I know. That baby too. The baby's gone.
The baby's gone, and there's a bunch of baby graves up there as well.
Yeah.
This is one of the weirdest cemeteries I've ever been in.
Others still contained bodies whose skulls had been removed.
There's a body in there.
A startling discovery, to say the least. Which, of course, left us wondering, who is stealing bodies in Bolivia? And why?